Cool. Okay, timer has started. So I'm taking minutes. And facilitator, who would be up for facilitating?
Whoever you choose.
One of you guys up for facilitating? I can't do minutes and facilitate. Oh look, who have we got?
A facilitator.
Victor, hello. Hey man, hey. We've just designated me as a minute taker, and we're just in the middle of picking a facilitator. Are you feeling brave and bold? Would you like to facilitate?
Me facilitate.
Yeah. You want to give it a bash, or you want to just observe?
I can try. Is there an agenda? Is there a goal?
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Can you see the chat window on the right-hand side here? Just here.
Yes.
I'll post in there.
I think I can only see things since I joined. So.
Let me paste the link. That's the agenda document in there. So if you're happy to facilitate, hello by the way for the first time in our lives, it would be very welcome if you fancy it. Ah, Malik, awesome. Yeah, that's opening.
Reading through the agenda.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, and you know, so we're broadcasting now. Yeah, just not that there's likely to be anyone watching live, but so it will be recorded, and you know, Hangouts on air, huh?
Yes. Google actually gives a big disclaimer about that, so I read.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Cool.
So our first action. We can just
Hi Luke, it's Malik. I just joined.
Hi Malik.
How you doing?
You.
So, are we waiting for many?
Yeah. Are you happy to give facilitating a bash, despite having only just arrived and being new and stuff?
This is why I'm asking. Are we waiting for any more people, or are we going to start digging into the agenda?
Somewhere ready to later.
Yeah.
Let's get going. Hit it.
Yeah. Yeah. Ready when you are. And I'm taking minutes, so I'll add those to the bottom of that Google Doc you're looking at.
Cool. So, just a 5 seconds. Let's get a bunch of people check in. How is everybody doing? Going around counterclockwise. Start with you guys in the office.
Doing fine. My name's Greg. I think we should probably introduce ourselves, shouldn't we?
Okay. Introductions and 3 words about how you're feeling now.
My name's Greg, and I'm doing fine. And I'm just looking forward to the meeting because there's quite a few things on the agenda.
Right, I'm Stefan, and yeah, I'm the ideas guy here, and yes, I'm buzzing tonight. I'm feeling good, and we've got some exciting stuff coming up. I have some ideas that I'd like to share. So let's get going. Time is short. Let's go.
I'm Luke, co-founder, I guess, of ChangeTheFuture, and involved lots. I am well. I definitely ran up the hill with 2 big rucksacks and then troubleshooted lots of technical problems as soon as I arrived. And the guy who runs the office was annoyed about the alarm and things. But I'm settling now. And yeah, really excited to see Barnaby's face and Malik and Victor. And just, yeah, loving you're stepping forward to facilitate and stuff. And yeah, I feel already kind of part of the go for it energy.
Barnaby?
Hello. Good evening.
Are you good? Are you with us?
Victor.
All right. Malik?
Hey, so I'm Malik. I'm feeling pretty excited today. We had, Victor and I had a pleasant surprise on our website for Teal for Startups where we saw 7 people sign up before we even launched the website, so we're kind of wondering what happened, but yeah, it's been a pretty exciting day.
Nice.
LK6. Sorry, I don't know your name. You just come up as a handle.
No worries. My name's Leon. Doing good. Thanks for asking. And I'm really happy to see all of a sudden we have loads of people here. That's good because we had 2 people about 3 minutes ago. Now we have loads of people. That's good. Days.
Cool. I'm Victor. I'm also good. Happy to be here. I'm working with Malek. By the way, we chatted on text before, Luke. So I've kind of been following your project a little bit for a while now. I think we're trying to meet at one point, right? I'm in London, so we didn't plan to meet. All right. Sounds good. So I guess shall we dig into the agenda?
Let's do it.
So, I am somewhat limited in that I don't know about what the agenda items mean. So I think maybe somebody will need to explain a little bit. GM Online Facilitation Conference in the art of hosting CDF involvement funding.
Online facilitation conference, and yeah, you know.
That I just put that on the agenda just in case people didn't see it on the Facebook list. There's a I can see it there. There's an international online facilitation unconference, and when it first came up, Luke had suggested that perhaps you might want to get together and view some of the things that are scheduled. I checked with it today, and there still isn't a schedule of events up. And they have this system that the longer you wait, the more it costs to participate. So now it's up to, I think, $19 or something like that to participate in it. But it does look like it could be something very interesting, and I don't know yet if you can access it afterwards, if there's recordings of it or not. But I just wanted to remind people that that's happening.
Cool.
That's the first thing.
Do we have a link for that? Or
it's on the Facebook page, quite near the top, and there is a link for it there.
I'll link it in a minute.
Okay, good.
Cool.
The second thing I put together there because it kind of felt quite simple.
Yes, sorry to interrupt. Can everybody see the Google Doc? And I won't even, or do I?
Yep, okay for me.
Malek, Barnaby?
Sorry, what was that?
Can everybody see the Google document?
Yeah, I was just reading it, yeah.
Okay, cool. So as long as everybody's following the Google document, you can just go through it. Sorry to have interrupted you.
No, that's okay.
For some reason, sorry guys, for some reason I'm not getting the chat thing, the chat panel.
If you hit the top left corner, there's a button.
Yeah, got it. Told me this about 3 times. Sorry guys, sorry to interrupt.
The other thing.
Oh,
I had it
number
up.
2. Yes. Working retreat, please.
Oh, sorry, thank you.
No, there's another. There's
oh, yeah?
the art of hosting thing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the second item that I had there, I'm trying to find it very quickly. I can't see it. Is I think it's a 3-day conference, the art of hosting, and I've forgotten even where it is. It's in the southeast somewhere. And typically these conferences are very expensive. This one is about, I think, £250 or something. And it looks like a very interesting training in how to host and facilitate groups. And I have never been to one, but people that I respect have spoken very highly of it. Again, when I posted it on the site, a few people seemed interested. And Luke, at that point, had suggested that perhaps ChangeTheFuture might be able to help fund people that maybe found the cost prohibitive. So I just wanted to bring it up so that it's not totally lost.
Nice. I can jump in. I I spoke to them about costs for it. They have got a cheaper cost. We could send people as just individuals, as opposed to as part of an organisation, which costs more money.
Yeah.
So they're happy for us to send people not as an organisation, even though they're happy with us being sort of change the future if we want to be. And yeah, the prices, I'll put them in the minutes. But yeah, I kind of felt tempted to propose we actually allocate some budget for whoever steps forward soonest, kind of thing, or with most sort of keenness.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe enough for, yeah, even if it's a fixed budget and there's like 4 of us that want to go, we just split the money between us or something like this. So I don't know, does it feel like, do we feel ready to like propose a thing like that?
I'm certainly interested in going. I think it looks like it's very interesting training and unusually cheap this time for some reason. So
I have a question.
When and where is it?
I'm trying to find it.
Shall I read a little summary here?
Yeah.
This is from Simon Gale, who works at Upstream Ideas and was really the man most responsible for our recent $5,000 of funding. And he was the one who sort of notified me about it. The training is to learn art of hosting techniques, which is to grow skills in hosting conversations. The skills and knowledge will be learned as we explore questions about our city, recognizing the time we are in with all the changes and how we see the future and how we can bring and see change and with whom. It's being facilitated by 4 people, 2 of them I know. Mike Love has worked in Leeds for years with a small grassroots organisation called Together for Peace. He's been exploring for a while what it means to bring change in the city, focused on justice and also bringing different groups of people together who wouldn't normally meet. Things like that. I think that might be just Simon's kind of words in an email to me.
And it's 18th to the 20th of November. And where is it? Can you see that?
Yeah, just I could tell you in just a second.
The cost is £235 for individuals.
Cool. Yeah, that would be the one. Yeah. So does it normally cost about 700 or something?
It's at the Sustainability Centre in Petersfield, Hampshire.
Nice. 18th to 20th of November. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a question, Luke, or whoever it's for. How do you do the budgeting? I'm just curious because you mentioned about the budget, and I'm not familiar with how you're doing that. So I'm just curious how you're going through right now on that. And I heard that you got some kind of fund ingested in of 5,000, but how's the budgeting process done in effect?
Yeah, we haven't. The money's not been allocated. The nice thing about that $5,000 is that it's unrestricted, so we can spend it really on what we like. So we've decided that we want to experiment with paying people in Change the Future for spending their time on the project, so long as they clock the time, so they make a record of it, and we have a way of doing that. And that way we can just see who's actually doing what. And generally we would, you know, whatever we want to do, whether we want to organise an event or develop some resource or some participative piece of street theatre through to, you know, writing up a document or anything, whatever we want to do inside Change the Future, we would get approval first from the group, such as in these strategy meetings is a great place to do that with people. And then once it's sort of been given approval, you just get on with it and you just clock your time and get paid for it if you want to. Not making money the incentive, but rather just helping, hopefully, a little bit to remove that financial barrier for some people.
Okay.
Other than that, budgeting-wise, really the money, just so far, generally how it's worked is just there's some money in there, and we try and, as much capacity as we have to raise funding, we bring it in, and it just funds things like the Wall of Ideas, this like participative Shape Your City arts installation that was a big success, I think. And yeah, so we just propose it. How much would it cost? Shall we do it? Yay or nay?
Got it. Great.
Not saying that's necessarily the best way or the way we should continue doing it, but
you're basically just doing it as you go along through different meetings and maybe through online discussion group, but there's no kind of set plan. It's just basically as you go through the process, you're deciding on the way.
Yeah. So another thing that another thing that is quite a significant chunk out of that £5,000, for example, is this popular seeming working retreat that we want to do probably in around spring. But that's one of the things on the agenda. So yeah, that would be quite a big investment, over £1,000. But yeah, we just propose it. How much would it cost? Do we want to do it?
Great, thanks.
It's interesting. We were just actually talking with Malik about art of hosting earlier today. I added to the meeting a video I watched about the thing, I think, from a group in the US meeting. Might be worth looking through. It's a nice interview, some people talking, if you're still trying to decide whether to go or not.
Shall we, what do we think about the budget? Just kind of as a temperature check, what do people think about Change the Future funding up to 50% of people going there, and maybe allocate £500. So we would ring fence 500 quid for Change the Future people to go to this art of hosting event, and you can only get up to half of your cost covered by it. Do you know what I mean? So if there's lots of people, like 10 people in Change the Future who want to go, then they would just take their equal share out of that ring fenced amount of money.
That sounds okay.
How would it be applied? So, what would the outcome be that you want to achieve? So, if someone goes, would they agree to do follow it up afterwards and do some sort of amount of work? And would they go there with a purpose to in mind before going? So, right, I want to do this for you. If I go, then I'll learn up. I'll do some book learning how to do that better for you.
I think that's a really important question, and yeah, I think definitely if someone goes, then I think it would be good for them to commit to sharing at least some kind of reflection, and really try and explore how they can bring something applicable sort of back, so that other people can sort of indirectly benefit, whether they hold like a kind of mini basic sort of training would be ideal, but at the very least, a little written thing, hopefully with some photos and a little bit of video or something that's engaging for diverse people.
Yeah, I agree. I think that maybe they can come back and do kind of a trainer, and if you set that expectation up at the beginning, the nice thing about doing the trainer is that when you actually train people, you learn about it and put it into practice at the same time. So maybe that could be one of the goals, is to train a trainer, so that money that you put into training them comes back to the group, and set that expectation at the beginning so people are ready for that when they come back out of it and go back to Change the Future.
Yeah.
At the very least, even if not holding a full workshop, whoever goes should make themselves open to other people in the group who want to hear more about it and would like to have a conversation about it.
Like even holding a half-day kind of training on whatever it is that they picked up. I suspect it's kind of an introductory thing, and it might get quite advanced. So I don't know if someone would come back being able to train trainers, possibly, but at least they could come back and share what they learned.
So it's about encouraging people to engage with communities online, or their community online, and broaden conversation and get many people within and sort of engage with that conversation as well. Is that right?
I don't think it emphasizes online.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you're getting confused, Barnaby, with the previous point, which
The
was about...
unconference.
Yeah, Craig will explain.
The unconference is all about online facilitation. The art of hosting, I think, is about real-world facilitating groups and communities.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's an online facilitation conference and an art of hosting conference. 2 different conferences.
Exactly.
Yes, they were mashed into one agenda item, I think, which confused people. Confused me as well.
Yeah, there's two separate things smushed into one point on the agenda.
Right. So, your online facilitation conference looks good. Oh, I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, can I add a real quick thing on that? Just, I'm personally interested in the online facilitation event because although it feels a little bit sitting down looking at screens and more computer time, I think the discussion topics hold potential to be really exploring some things I think are interesting, very relevant to us, and not often really spoken about, which I think is about hosting virtual spaces in a way that people actually get heard, which are productive, which feel good to be part of. And that feels relevant to sort of a lot of the things we're doing. Meanwhile, the art of hosting, I feel like has traditionally, because it's been going a long time and it's quite prestigious. I don't know, it's like a lot of people I really respect, know about it firstly and think a lot of it. Like it's pretty much it's maybe like one of the best things that you could go to if you're interested in how to hold conversations of diverse groups of people in the community, and really hear everyone and pull insight and genuinely welcome people and get kind of that commitment and stuff. So it's a bit more of a bigger, for me, kind of more exciting, that art of hosting thing. But the online facilitation one also looks quite interesting, and it's now pretty much, isn't it? When was the dates of it?
No, soon. Maybe it's next week. The one thing with the online one is the time zones. For those of us in the UK, some of the time zones are awkward. They're in the middle of the night sort of thing, but some of them are not awkward. Some of them work well. So,
have you got a link for it?
It's all in the minutes. If you scroll to the bottom, I've put the dates in there.
Oh, is it?
Got it.
Okay.
Oh, whoa.
It's an anonymous Nyan cat. So, it's very exciting. Sorry, I'm over it.
Do we need to come to some kind of a decision on this?
Yes, thanks. Yeah, that was my. Does my proposal make sense? I am proposing it. Yeah. With some surge of confidence. Shall I reiterate? So, Change the Future allocates £500 to pay up to 50% for each person in Change the Future who would like to attend the Art of Hosting training, which is a posh, swanky residential training, 18th to 20th of November, all about how to hold mostly physical spaces for people to work together more collaboratively in shaping communities.
And so how would somebody apply?
Someone would apply by, first of all, committing that they will bring something back to Change the Future afterwards, as we've discussed, and really just express interest, and I will take on responsibility for making sure they are seen and heard and sort of registered. I don't know whether to do, the only question I have left for this proposal to be ready to vote on or whatever, approve of, is do we do first come, first serve, or whoever's most keen, however you measure that? If there's oversubscription.
What would oversubscription be?
Oh yeah, we just wouldn't say no to anyone. Yeah. So if 1,000 people apply, then they have £1 each or whatever, or not even that. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
And is it just for the fee of the conference or for expenses to get there? Because everything else is provided once you arrive.
Yeah. How about 50?
It's the UK. Getting anywhere costs a lot.
Yeah. How about up to 50% of any directly incurred costs?
Okay.
Yeah.
I would suggest. I mean, how likely do you think it is that it's going to be oversubscribed?
I wouldn't have thought it's that likely, but if it is, then we could just each take a smaller contribution, huh?
But Victor, do you mean the conference itself, or
the people who want the subsidies? Because then the other option would be, if you really think it's going to be like 10 times oversubscribed, then we do some kind of a selection, you know, like, okay, so what is each person going to offer, right? This person, oh, I'll write a blog post, and this other person, I'm going to do a one-day workshop. Yeah. Well, okay, one-day workshop wins over a blog post.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure if it's worth thinking about this now, but it's something to consider, right? Okay. Or another option is just have a dialogue, right? Look, we're all kind of collaborative, forward-thinking people. All 5 of you applied. This is how much money is in the pot. Can we all have a conversation? And then, you know, then we can have a conversation. One person will say, well, actually, it's not that important to me. You guys go, and I'll learn from you, or something like that. So yeah. I don't know if we need to think about this now, but there's different kind of, you know, collaborative, holistic ways to resolve this that we can think about.
So if it seems massively oversubscribed, then perhaps either me or possibly maybe Greg will help to have a conversation about how to deal with it.
Let's see if it is an issue. I think it's unlikely. But the other thing that I thought maybe you were saying is the conference itself might...
I don't know. No, that wasn't what I was implying. I have no idea.
Since I misunderstood you, I think it's a good point, because I think it will fill, definitely.
Okay, yeah. So then
that will limit the number of people that we can send there.
Well, not only limit the number of people, but also mean that we need to reserve places probably quite quickly.
Yeah.
I've been to these conferences before, and they're worth going. Something definitely interesting that you can learn. I've been doing something like that for 29 years, and it's good fun what you learn there, and even more fun when you start applying it in your own community.
I'm excited about it. So is that proposal, if we're ready to sort of vote on it?
By the way, is there a decision-making process that's in place?
Yeah, we can make decisions in the meeting.
Like, do you have consensus, consent, one man, one vote? Like, is there...
we would normally do consensus, yeah, so if there's any blocks, then it wouldn't carry.
So consensus.
We would invite people's concerns, even if they don't want to block it, but they have a concern, we'd want to invite that. But ultimately, it will go ahead if no one blocks it. And yeah, before, I mean, so far we've had the meeting, who's present in the strategy meeting can make a decision. But I mean, I do have a degree of uncomfortableness about that, in the sense that someone might not have been able to make it, and then what if they had other ideas?
It's a bigger picture concern, probably not worth going into right now.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing.
It was an agenda item.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get to it. Okay, so we have a proposal on the table. Any concerns?
I have a concern about putting a time limit on it, so that we don't decide 5 people can go and then approach them and there's no space left.
Okay, so a deadline to fix who is going and who ChangeTheFuture's funding.
Yeah.
Let's make it for the 27th of October. Oh no, sorry. How about the 29th of October?
Why the 29th?
Nice number.
My number might be two days too late for getting anyone into the conference.
Okay,
why don't we keep it simple?
There's something to note there, right? So basically, you can actually reserve spaces right now, and as long as you cancel before the 1st of November, there's no fee. Otherwise, there's a 50% fee. So it might be worth to reserve some spaces.
Yeah.
And get the dates in before then, and then know that you've got spaces available for people.
So what if we decide put next week as the deadline, but reserve spaces? We could do that tonight.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so next week, so what, 26th?
Yeah.
26th.
How many spaces do we reserve, though?
Why don't we just keep it simple? If somebody manages to get actually a place at this conference, I mean, I problem is the finance. But if they don't get the act together, then that's tough.
People need to apply themselves individually, anyways, right?
Right.
They get reimbursed. So
Okay.
The conference pulling out is the applicant's problem, not ours. All right.
Much.
Time.
Yeah. Proposal
Sir.
successful. I'm going to minute it.
All right. Yay! Yay! Decision made. Celebrate.
Luke, make sure you put action points as well for the deadlines and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no refunds.
Cool. Yeah, I'm on it.
Cool. Next agenda item. Working retreat update / outcome of the vote committee to organize concrete proposal to CPF, Change the Future.
Yeah. Can I just check in? I'm just aware I've got quite a few things on the agenda. I just wanted to check in case anyone else was potentially okay with taking over the minutes. If not, that's fine. But I just thought we had another couple of faces arrive. I just wanted to invite that. Because then I can concentrate on speaking rather than writing and speaking so much.
I have a point, and I need to tell you. I need to chip in and then chip off, basically.
Cool. Okay.
So I'm organising an event this Saturday. Luke's speaking at. Can I have 2 minutes then?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Well, basically, I'd like to invite you all to an event that's happening on Saturday, and also if anyone has any time and they want to get further involved with it, it's called a Real Global Democracy Demonstration, and it's being held on Parliament Square on the grass between 1 and 6 p.m. and we've got speakers coming talking about undemocratic global policies which benefit corporations and bottom lines and don't benefit society and the environment, like TTIP and TISA, and also suggesting, debating and voting on 3 policies to tackle global problems. So and also how we can get the progressive anti-austerity pro-democracy movements which are rising in countries around the world to work together. And so what we're really doing is trying to invite their supporters to co-create and harmonise policy so they are a coherent front, a global coherent front against their adversaries who are multinational corporations and the globally mobile elite. So Luke's going to be talking about the e-democracy revolution, so electronic platforms that we can use to harness the wisdom of supporters of progressive movements like supporters of Corbyn, Bernie Sanders, Green Party, Syriza and Greece and Podemos to come up with policies together. So he's going to be talking about different platforms that have emerged recently and which ones might be most applicable to use for the movement now. And also he'll be talking about Change the Future and what everybody you guys are working on together. So my little invite, little list of things that I need support with, I'll just tell you and then I'll shut up. So filming or live streaming on the day, and Luke has equipment to borrow if you want to, helping to promote the event by tweeting or Facebook, search engine optimization for the website that's promoting it, as well as the Facebook page, contacting news outlets with a press release or flyer design. So I suppose the main ones would be, I'll tell you what, I'll just stick these up here we go. There they are. Yeah, what does everyone think? Anyone available? Anyone busy on Saturday wants to make some noise with your fellow human beings around the world? Oh yeah, it's happening alongside 25 other actions taking place around the world as part of the Global Week of Action for a World Parliament. There are a lot of people, myself included, that are not really in favour of there being some sort of federated global building housing representatives. I'm more in favour of more what you're working on. I Change the Future, where the centre of representation is within each of us in a collaborative way, as opposed to some building that can be co-opted by, well, I mean, United Nations are already co-opted, so yeah. Fall off my soapbox now.
Personally, I'm going to be at the weekend retreat with my wife in Wales, but I think everybody has the information, so I see it's there. Do we need to make any decisions? Would anybody like to respond to this quickly?
Is it advertised on the Change the Future page?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
I think awesome, Barnaby. Well done for pulling it off, man. Yeah, and really glad to be coming along and chipping in what I can.
Yeah, no, I'm really pleased that you're coming. Yeah, it's going to be really good. I'm especially pleased that you're coming because this is the e-democracy thing is really pricking people's ears up. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's easy to focus too much on the technology aspect of it, but I guess if that's the sort of bait through which we open up conversations around how culturally we actually want to be in ourselves and with each other, and really understand how to bring diverse groups of people together to actually harness real intelligence in shaping our communities together. Yeah, let's start the conversation with technology. It's fun to play with apps and websites, isn't it?
Cool. Okay. I see Dorothea just joined us. You know, hi. Hi, say hello. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
Here.
Dorothea.
How are you doing today, Dorothea?
I'm okay. I was here early actually, but then I had some computer issues. That's why I'm late.
All right. How are you feeling now? I think Luke was looking for somebody to take care of the minutes. Are you feeling brave enough to take care of the minutes?
No pressure.
Me? No.
Okay, fair enough. It was worth trying.
Yeah. What would swap?
But yeah, when you're something.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, cool.
All right. Shall we go on to the next agenda item?
Okay, I'm going to go now. So I've still got lots and lots of things to do. So thanks for hearing me out. And yeah, I'm going to be a bit freer soon. So I'm going to hang out with you again soon. All right then.
Good to meet you.
We'll all help look out for people interested in those 4 things: filming, social media, contacting news outlets, and flyer design. They're the things you want help with the event on Saturday.
Yes, please. If anyone can, respect.
No.
Bye.
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 Bye, Barnaby.
I'm unhanging out.
Cool.
So the next thing.
Working retreat update. Outcome of the vote committee organized concrete proposals here.
Yes. Do you want to swap? Switch Rooney? So you
Yeah.
can start it again, yeah?
Where are the minutes here?
So it's this one. If I do this, then it can easily get switched it. Cool. Updates. Right, working retreat. I think working retreat is just a really beautiful opportunity for us to come together in person and spend quality time with each other. For me, it's the heart of Change the Future. You know, rather than just fleeting little chunks of do it, thinking about things together, fun as that is, we can really get to the core of things. So where are we at with the working retreat stuff? I just have to quickly hug this girl.
Hi.
Pull up a chair, huh? You might have to clamber over things a little bit. So Mark has come back to me from the Asher Centre because I asked him about. Shall I just give a real quick summary of it? The Asher Centre is a very beautiful place in Gloucester. I've been there 3 times, and they liked me, and they know about Change the Future and really support it. And They know Jem as well, who's involved in Change the Future. They're really keen on supporting us and have given us a real opportunity to get a few of us together. There, you know, it's a residential place, loads of different rooms to break out into, like a living room, pavilion space, big gardens where they grow their own food that we can eat and stuff. Lovely bedrooms. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so the update is that while they are still offering that to us, the first 2 dates they offered are no longer available. We were starting to use Doodle to find dates that we can all do. And so what's left, the dates we can still do are, I'm just pulling up the email now. Regarding the price of £1,000, we're really happy to offer you the subsidised rate as we want to support you and your work. However, our chefs will already have a busy schedule and we can't push them to work full days on the dates that I've mentioned above. And for a subsidised group, we can't bring in an extra chef. However, we think it would work if you guys were willing to take care of dinner yourselves. You could use our facilities and you'd be welcome to our garden produce as well. So we can, yeah, the dates are 9th to 12th of April, 5th to 8th of May. Yeah, so I think that's all the updates I wanted to say about it. I think, yeah, he sent that email 12 days ago. So yeah, it'd be really good to have consensus from this meeting in what I reply with. So yeah, I can chuck in a proposal now, or we can just open it for general discussion first.
Yeah, so maybe just to add from my point, just in case that's something that I might want to go to, the second dates in May I definitely would not be able to make. So unless anyone else has a preference, my suggestion would be the April dates, but obviously it's up to the group, just to let you know.
Cool. And for me, unfortunately, it's the opposite. So let's not try to do the scheduling right now.
Okay.
Because it'll be too difficult, I think, probably. But if we can just rewind a bit, we had a vote on Vocalize, which has now closed.
Yeah.
Which was a vote to set up a committee to look at this. Luke and I were both willing to be on that, and Emily also said that she'd be on it if she could get internet access, which I think you've sorted out.
Yes.
Okay.
Well.
Okay, you will. So that's at least 3 people. Other people are very welcome to join, and the idea was that the people on this committee would look at the venue, look at dates, and put together some kind of a proposal for what it might include, so that it has some organization to it before the event.
It's this one, isn't it, Greg? Yep. Amendment
exactly.
1. Yeah. Yep. So that's what we. Yeah, this is the proposal that's ending today. Vote ends 20th of October.
Yeah.
So this is how we're proposing to move forward with the working retreat.
Yeah.
What is it? What is it then? Do we know?
We haven't decided a date yet.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what we've just been discussed.
But what I'd like to propose is, would you be willing to contact the Asher Center and see if we could hold those dates?
Mm-hmm.
If they'd be willing to hold them for a little bit of time at least, so that we can kind of do a bit more planning.
Yeah, cool. So I'll say Change the Future has approved it, that we want to do this, and can we confirm the amount of money that we're offering? Because normally it would be, I think I calculated about 7,000 and something, nearer £8,000 for the food, for the accommodation for all of us, you know, and using all the different breakout spaces and the grounds and stuff for 5 days, including arrival and departure. So yeah, we can, and that was based on 20 people coming. We may not have that many, but we've had 2 working retreats in the past, and we had, I think, 10 people, and then about 10 at the other one.
But was it, when they got back to you, did they understand that it was for the whole group? Because I thought that they had said they thought it was just for trainers or something. I didn't understand.
Oh yes,
that,
okay. So I was just asking for clarification on a detail. Greg's eagle eyes were just noticing. I was saying, can we come the day before that and leave the day after? And Mark said, one of those two, but only for trainers. If you wanted everybody to come, like the night before or whatever, then we'd need some more. You'd need to pay a little bit more, which actually might be worth doing. Like if we,
the committee can look into that and sort that out, and then put a proposal together.
Is it worth asking who would like to be in that committee? Anyone else?
There's 3 people that have offered.
Yeah. Well, I'm keen on it, and if whenever I'm in the country, of course. But I'm only away for 5 weeks, so we can do that, and we can do it online, of course.
Good.
Other than that, yeah, do you want me to prepare any trainings, any workshops?
I think that would be cool.
Way over this goal setting and personal development and leadership, because that's what this needs. But there's also what I said earlier on is we need to spend a considerable amount of time how to make Change the Future duplicatable for other democracy groups elsewhere. We're basically kind of a research facility at the moment. We're experimenting.
That's another topic. So maybe that would be something really good to look at the retreat. That would be a very
we should have time at the retreat to think about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I love that idea that anyone who wants to can facilitate and run bits of it. I think it'd be a really nice opportunity.
We can have some workshops work concurrently if enough of us is there.
Yeah.
That would be good. Yeah. Let's go. Alright. So yeah, just maybe Hans, who wants to be involved in this working retreat committee. Yeah. Me and Greg, Emily, Stefan. Anyone else who wants to be?
I'll let you know, Luke, because I want to discuss with Victor. I'm going to throw out an idea of maybe doing some kind of retreat in collaboration with Change the Future for Teal for Startups. Maybe do it together, but we'll get back to you.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
it'd be so exciting if you plan something there. Just make it yours, man. Everyone should make it theirs. That's the model we need for building the future we want.
I have a question. Who?
Yeah, you have a question?
Yeah. Did you say the cost is £8,000?
Normally it would be 7 to 8 grand, for 20 people to be there for 5 days,
But they gave us a really generous subsidy offer, right?
Yeah, so that's like 80% off. 80-something% off.
Right. Well, that's a critical point. I thought maybe that had been rescinded or something. I was like...
No. Thanks for shining a spotlight on that. I definitely frequently sort of neglect to mention really important things and concentrate way too much on details.
No worries. So yeah, it's going to cost us like 800 or £1,000 or something.
Yeah. So I guess what I am proposing we are doing now, if this needs to be framed as a proposal, is devolving power to the Working Retreat Committee to decide a budget around £1,000, which is sort of what we've been talking about so far, and work out all the details around it.
All these things. Yeah, I totally get that. I just that seemed a big point that I just wanted clarity on. Sorry.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Good.
Cool. We have a decision. Shall we move on? Our time was going to be until 9:30. We've gotten through 2 agenda items. So,
Sorry, did you say? I thought you said something about finishing at 9:30.
This is what the little thing on Google says.
Yeah.
Strategy 8 till 9:30. So we have half an hour according to the schedule.
Yep.
So we should all be conscious of time.
Agreed.
Are we okay on the retreat for now?
Yep. Cool.
Wonderful. Wall of Ideas, TOK, Stefan, Sky, and others.
Yes. That's me. Yeah. Just this is big also and very much now. TEDx Brighton is happening on the 30th of October, and they've invited the Wall of Ideas to be hosted as part of Ideas Lab. Sort of practical, living, breathing examples of what people are talking about at TEDx. The theme this year is losing control. Last year it was many hands. So yeah, it was cool last year. We had 2 of our 5 Wall of Ideas panels, and it was great to network, and people really enjoyed the wall. I'm just gonna, for anyone who doesn't know about the Wall of Ideas, I'm just gonna bring this up in the background. You can actually Google this if you Google Change the Future Wall of Ideas. So we really need a couple of extra hands on deck. Theo Kitching expressed an interest. So yeah, we just need real sort of commitment now to, I think, to sort of be like, yes, I will definitely be there on the day. And Stefan, I think you expressed an interest in it as well. Possibly.
Yeah, I've got to book my ticket.
Yeah.
So I can get the news and share it with the rest of you.
Cool.
But yeah, I probably can come early so to help the setup and lay down the stage down like I did last time.
Cool.
And yes, there's a break, so I hope to be standing in front of the wall and create some ideas or something, whatever you need to do. But yeah, it's going to be a fun event. You don't want to miss out on that one.
It's the 30th of November, yeah?
It's a Friday.
Oh,
all day long.
Sorry, October. Hold on, let me just double check that because it'd be terrible if I... No, yeah. It's in the Change the Future public calendar. Oh, just very quick aside, just because I won't remember otherwise. I think somebody is adding events by accident to the Change the Future public calendar. Like there's an event on Wednesday the 28th in the evening at 9 p.m. Yeah, if everyone can just double check that they're not accidentally adding. Oh, I can see who's added it actually. Okay, cool.
When?
Yeah, that's cool. Now I know actually how to sort that out. Okay, that is the Wall of Ideas. It's a wicked interactive Shape Your City arts installation. Let's get some hands on deck. Who's interested in coming on the 29th to help to build it, which will probably take 3 or 4 hours.
On location,
yeah, on location at Brighton Dome on the 29th of October. So
I have to double check that. I haven't got my calendar in front of me.
Which day?
I could be fun. What's the timing on that?
I need to get exact timings off them, but I think it would be around the afternoon on Thursday the 29th of October. That's when we would build it. So there's 3 stages, right? The first stage is actually the vision of it, because right now it's probably slightly soggy in Lucinda's garage in Preston Park, Brighton, and I don't know how much love it needs before it goes up. You know, so it's covered in about 300 ideas from men, women, and children all over Brighton, accumulated over the 3 times that we've had it up in the middle of the street and at TEDx last year. So it's got loads of stuff on it. But yeah, do we want to rebuild it? You know, we could, if we're very quick about it, we could possibly build a Wall of Ideas version 2. So that's stage 1, being part of that visioning process. Stage 2 is on the 29th of October, actually helping to build it. And then stage 3 is the actual TEDx event day, when you would help people to just
It looks like it's just freezed.
We've lost you, brother, if you can hear us.
Yeah, we lost him.
Yeah.
Just as he was getting going.
I can hear you now. Oh, I thought that was Stefan, but it wasn't, was it? Everyone else is still working though, right?
We're still here.
Yep. Same here.
Hello, hello. Hello.
Back. Yeah, we lost you for about 20 seconds.
Yeah? Cool. I think I was only talking for about 10 of those. Does that make sense? There's these sort of 3 stages that...
So you're looking for volunteers, people who will actually show up on one of those 3 days, at least.
Yeah, that's what volunteers.
Exactly. I'd like to see right now an expression of any interest, ideally kind of commitment.
On Thursday, get back to me with the timing, and then I'll squeeze it in if I can.
Okay,
Looks
cool.
good, but I just need to know.
Wicked.
At what time on Thursday?
For afternoon sort of time, most likely, yeah.
I can be there to help with it.
Cool. Cool, cool. All right.
Naomi?
Noemi.
Noemi.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Cool.
And do you want to help to, do either of you want to, or anyone want to help with the vision for it? Like, do we just want to put it up how it is now? Just the kind of planning, basically, which might just be
Yeah, the vision is good.
meeting up in a cafe and just kind of
cafe
going
is not good because it's constantly a distraction. You cannot think straight in a cafe.
wherever we do it. We like meet up
I
in
have so
person.
sensitive ears. I hear all the conversations on the table next door, and I'm not focusing.
Sure, sure.
We can meet either here or at your home or somewhere.
No problem, man. Yeah, wherever we meet. Is there anyone who would like to meet up to plan and envisage?
Yeah, why not? That's up my street. That's the kind
I
of
would
thing
love
I
to,
do.
but I won't be here.
Okay.
Oh, that's a pity.
Yeah.
This is just any time the next few days, yeah? It's going up to...
Okay.
And
So, really,
stage 1 is just planning and the vision for the Wall of Ideas. So that can happen any time from after this meeting till the 28th. So it's just whether you're interested and have like 2 hours. Or
I'm interested.
Yeah, just
in that
suggest
part.
when.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Just
so
suggest when and then I'll pop over. I'm very busy these 2 weeks, but I can squeeze in when I know the timing.
Alright, I'll put a couple of posts up on the workforce group. But yeah, that's cool. Alright, so there's interest in all parts of it, basically. Yeah. That'll do me.
You can make like invitation like you did for other stuff and check when the people can
Yeah, that's a
join.
doodle thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe people can vote one day in which they will be there.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
Good. Perfect.
Cool.
Cool. Is there anything that needs to be discussed in this one?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Next one.
I think we can, this is me, and I think we can skip it. It feels more, are you looking at point 4?
Yes. I'll move it to the bottom then, and then should we happen to have time. Map of human experience, yes?
That's mine, which I'm happy to shove that off to a future meeting. It doesn't have to be discussed tonight.
Okay, I'll move that to the bottom for now then too.
I, for one, I feel like I'd rather talk about that at the end before my one. Like, I see that as higher priority than my thing that got put together. Yeah.
They're both.
Yeah.
Action idea?
Where are we? Point 6. Point 5. Point 4.
Point 4. The numbers change because I moved them around. Sorry.
Yeah, this is me. Oh man, this is just I just thought this would be a cool thing, just inspired a bit by Theo, and I've got a job interview with Action Productions, who do cool films on awesome things in the street that go viral, like this girl who has hearts drawn on her by members of the public while she stands there in her underwear blindfolded, and she just has a sign saying, if you want to draw a heart on me as a sign of self-acceptance of like body image stuff, then she had like pens in her hands and just things like that I thought were really beautiful, and I feel like there's a few people in Change the Future who are most interested in getting involved in that kind of immediate, hands-on, sort of really visible, daring, bold, creative stuff. And I think it would be beautiful if we could support that and had that more, but still collaboratively, you know, inviting each other to shape the idea a bit and plan it and film it and pull it off, you know, using the whole group. And so one idea that I had that I thought that could be quite easy is like going into a couple of quirky cafes like in Brighton, and asking them if they want to try out having signs that just say I'm approachable, or maybe saying the question that someone in a cafe sitting down at a table with a cup of coffee is exploring on their computer or in their notepad. What are they thinking about? What are they in a small group chatting about?